and he's playing, like always. He's always in the background. I'm sorry, you guys. Like, he's like my child. He just is always in the background, and he's always going to annoy the bejesus out of me while I'm trying to film and keep me distracted so that I cannot film correctly. No, he wants to go underneath. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a much awaited stash video. So this is going to be a series that I'm going to be doing on Thursdays on my channel, and I'm going to be going through each individual section of my makeup stash. I'm really excited to do this with you guys. There's a lot, like a lot, and it's going to be longer videos, so I hope that you guys are excited about it as much as I am. This is going to be a very long video. I'm going to my best. I'm going to try to cut this down as best I can because I'm going to be filming for like 3 hours. I'm really excited to do this, and I've seen a lot of these videos on YouTube. I have seen these everywhere, and I haven't done one since 2015, so it's been quite a while, and my whole setup has changed. A lot of my products have changed. I've decluttered a lot of stuff, and I've kept a lot of stuff. So you can see right here all of this stuff. It's a lot. We're not going to swatch absolutely everything. I'm going to kind of show you an overview of everything, and from there we will go ahead and move to the next section. Today's actual stash video is going to be my face palettes. So this is going to be all blush palettes, highlighter palettes, and contour palettes. All palettes that have all encompassing all three of those. Those are all going to be in this video today. I'm not doing any single blushes, any single highlighters, or any single bronzers. Everything is going to be a palette form. So I'm going to stop rambling and let's just go ahead and get into it. So let's go ahead and hop right in. I am not picking these up in any particular order. It's just, you know, what's next to me. It is a lot of stuff. All right, so let's go ahead and just pick off the top, and I will kind of go through everything and talk about it. So this is the newest palette that I have in my collection. This is a Tarte's contour palette. It looks like this, and it says that this might actually be the original one. This is not the Makeup by Shayla collaboration, and this is not the Tarte's contour palette number 3. This is actually the original one, and it looks like this. I did decide to pick this one over the other ones just for the pure fact that this one has lighter contour colors. The one in collaboration with Makeup by Shayla does have darker contour that probably wouldn't suit my skin tone because I am so fair. Does come with a blush that's really gorgeous, as well as a kind of sandy tan color and a banana powder, as well as a white powder. I like to use these guys as contour. The pink kind of blush shade is really nice, and these again are all matte. I use this under my eyes to set. I use this under my contour to clean up because I am infamous for going too low, so I use that to kind of clean up underneath, and then I use that white shade on my brow bone and my inner corner. I really do love this one. It is brand new, so it doesn't have any dents or anything in it, as you will see with the rest of them. They have been beaten up and loved, but this guy's brand new. I love this. This one is really good, so I am really happy with that one. You can also get it, I believe, at Beauty Brands on beautybrands.com. I'll list everything down below for you. I will try my best to link everything if it is still available as well, and yeah. But this one is my newest guy, and I love him so much. I'm wearing him today. It's great. I love it because it is all matte. The next one is going to be my Hourglass Illumi-Sheer Color Trio and Sunset. And this one has a highlight, a cream blush, and a bronzer that's a cream. It looks like this. It's absolutely beautiful. I love this shade. It's not too orange. This is more of a peachy tone. It's not really picking up as much on camera, but it is more of a peachy tone cream blush and a cream highlight. This one is a little bit more champagne than it looks in the pan, but it's really, really pretty. I usually use this if I'm going to be having a really long day. I will go ahead and put a cream base down and then put my powder products on top. I really love this, and the consistency is nice and creamy. It blends out beautifully. Just don't go ham, because the first time I ever used this, I went a little heavy and it was was insane. I like this just as much as I like my Chanel bronzer. That's the huge one that will come in later videos. That one is really pretty, but I do love this color as well. I think that they're very comparable, but I like that you get 3. So I am definitely a fan of this guy. It retails, it is very, very expensive, but I do get wear out of it, so I really do like it, and I love the formula. Oh, something I haven't used in a very long time. This is the Morphe 9B palette. It looks like this, and the little thing, the little sticker, I'm sorry, is on this side. It looks like this. I have not used this in a very long time, and YouTube made me buy it. Let's get really honest here. I saw this featured on Jaclyn Hill's favorites video or some sort of video that she was talking about this particular palette, or using it in a tutorial, of course, and she was raving about it. I like it because it is really nice for my skin tone, and it's not super duper bright, and they are buildable. I do love this first row. I don't really use this color at all. If that was gone and it was replaced with like maybe a lighter pink shade, or maybe a more neutral kind of sandy color or terracotta color, I probably would like that a little bit better. But for the most part, it is really pretty and it is affordable, so I should probably use this more often now that I've taken it out of my collection. I think I'm going to put that on the forefront, so I know I need to use it. Since we're talking about affordable brands, let's go ahead and talk about these guys. I'm not going to go into too much detail. These guys are from ColourPop. These are now the blush and highlight palettes. They're individual. I think they're like $15 a piece. This is Done Deal, Double Play, and the Knockout. And I kept the sleeves on them so that I can make sure that I knew what the names are, because when you take them out, as I will show you here, there is no name on either side of them. So they do look like this. They came in different collections. There was a sand collection, a pink or rosy collection, and then this one was the nectar collection. So this one is the Knockout. This one is Done Deal, which I really like, and I actually have on my cheeks today. Oh, I'm sorry, that's Double Play. And this is Done Deal. And this one is more of the rosy pink with the highlighter. Really pretty, really creamy, good formula. I don't find that there's too much kick up. I don't find that they are overly chunky, which I really like, and I'm glad I got all 3. This is the one I have on my cheeks today, I'm sorry. This one was the original kind of catalyst for the other 3. This one is the Topaz palette with Alexa Wren and ColourPop. I love this terracotta color. It's absolutely gorgeous. I use it as blush. Sometimes I use it as contour just on top to give it a little bit of warmth if I have more of an ashy contour on. This highlighter is stunning. I love it. I love it. I have it on my cheeks today and on my eyes on top of a cream from ColourPop. It's like a cream base, and then I put that highlighter on top. It's beautiful. I absolutely cannot live without it, and this guy is so pretty. So I do have all 4 of them. If they come out with more, of course I'm gonna buy them because I am a hoarder. So the next one we have is from Freedom Makeup. This is a Pro Contour Kit. This is my favorite for travel. This guy is the Contour Kit in Fair. He looks like this. I do take him with me when I do travel. I love this really light shade, but it is buildable. I use it in my crease. I use it as a contour shade, and then I use that nice banana powder underneath my eyes to set, underneath my contour to kind of clean up, because again, like I said, I do go too low. This is really nice for travel. It's itty bitty and it's perfect for stashing away in your makeup case. I believe they have 2 other shades. I would recommend maybe getting the medium if you are darker than I am, or the deep one. I want to get the medium one and have both of them, so eventually I will probably pick that up. So the next one on the list here is the Fiona Styles. What is this called? The Sheer Sculpting Palette. Woohoo! It looks like this. These guys are a lot more on the cool side. They are not warm by any means. They do not have an orange undertone at all. It doesn't come up on camera as much as it is in person, but these guys are fantastic. I think they're on sale right now if you can get your hands on them, and I love these colors. I mix and match. I kind of go for the darker shade here and I'll add a little bit of the lighter shade, or I'll just use the medium shade by itself. This is really nice again for travel. So I actually have been lately, when I've been traveling to going to Vegas and wherever else we're going, I've been putting these 2 in my makeup because they are so small. They're really easy to use, and I can use them in conjunction with one another. So I've been using these guys. So since we're kind of in this realm right now, this is the Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Bronze and Glow. This guy I have featured on my channel quite a bit. I feel like I use it so much, but it doesn't even show a dent. It's crazy. I've used this so often, and again, you can still see the etching that's in the actual product. It regenerates, I guess, I don't know. But what I'm saying is that it is really beautiful, very neutral contour shade. I love the highlight. It's very popular and very expensive, but well worth your money, and I love the packaging. It's absolutely stunning. I love rose gold. Ugh, so pretty. So the next one on the list here is an e.l.f. blush palette, and this one is in light. It looks like this. These are the original ones. You can actually pop them out and put them in other palettes, or buy individual ones and pop them back in. This one came as is. I love this shade. This shade is my favorite. It's that gorgeous terracotta color. It's beautiful, and I use it for my lid color. I use it as my cheek blush color. It's just beautiful. I can't live without it. It's just so pretty. These ones are, this one is actually a little too dark for me, but if you use a light hand, it works really well. I like these colors mixed together as well, so I do keep this in my collection, and I do travel with this because, again, it is small and compact. The next ones you have probably seen me talk about. This one is the Flower Beauty, what is this called? The Lift and Sculpt Contour Palette, and this one is medium deep. I got this at Walmart. I love it so much, and I want to get the lighter one because this is the deep one, and I still use this color and make it work because I use a very light hand. I love this blush color. The highlight is beautiful, and honestly, it's not too dark for someone who is as fair as I am. I just use a lighter hand and a very fluffy brush, and they are so creamy and so buttery. I honestly was shocked by the quality of these, and Flower Beauty has outdone themselves with this kit. This is just absolutely beautiful, and I will be picking up the other one, the light. I think it's fair to light, and then this one is medium to deep. What came along with that as well is the Flower Beauty Shimmer and Strobe Highlighting Palette. It did come with a brush that I threw out because I will never use that brush, but these three shades are absolutely beautiful. They have more of a champagne, a pink, and a more neutral color. They are buttery, creamy. They go on with no problem at all. You only literally need to just swipe your finger and put it on, or because you can just kind of dab it on. It's got that kind of consistency to it. Or you can put a brush in there but not go crazy, just kind of lightly dust your brush in there, and you're gonna have this gorgeous, bright, gleaming to the gods highlight. It's just beautiful. So I would highly recommend this for anybody, any skin tone, anybody who wants a little shine. These guys are bomb.com. I haven't said that in a long time. It's like cool beans. So I do have some newer guys that have been introduced to my collection as well. They are newer, and I have been loving them lately. This one is the, I don't even know what the heck this is called. This is the Lorac and Pirates of the Caribbean Contour Blush and Highlight. I think it's a contour. Maybe it's just a blush and a highlight palette. It looks like this. It does come with a little plastic thing that looks like moons. That's really cool. I didn't want to throw that out because it's really pretty, even though I hate these plasticky things. I understand the concept of them, I just hate them, unless they've got names on them. This actually doesn't have any names, but these colors are beautiful, very perfect for medium, fair, and light skin tones. These probably would not show up on darker or deeper skin tones, but they're beautiful. The highlights are really nice, and like all Lorac products, they are a little bit more on the dusty side, so they do kick up quite a bit, but they've got amazing pigment. They are so pretty, and I have been loving this lately. I got it about a week ago, and I'm excited to use this in a tutorial as well as talk about it more. This is going to probably be in my next favorites video, just warning. The next new one that I have just received is this, and again, it's absolutely beautiful. It's got that gorgeous bronzer shade here, the really pretty, very apricot-y color in the middle, and that gorgeous opal in the highlight shade. I picked this up because I did not have any of these. I did not have opal in my collection, but I do have Champagne Pop, Prosecco Pop, and a couple other ones. I think Moonstone and some other ones in my collection, but I do not have this color, so I wanted to see if I was going to like it, but absolutely love it. It was in my favorites video last month, and I'm still playing with it. I love this color so much. That apricot is just stunning. It's so pretty, and it looks good on everyone. And then of course the bronzer shade that gives you a little bit of warmth. It does have more of an orange undertone to it. So just be mindful of that, and you can either mix it with more of a cool tone bronzer or contour shade. I like to use this if I have a fake tan on, but it's absolutely beautiful. Since we're on the Becca train, let's go ahead and just talk about this guy quickly. This is the Becca and Jaclyn Hill collab, and this one is the first of many collaborations that they put out. This one was not my favorite. I love Champagne Pop. Yeah, usually don't use these two. This one's way too light and this is way too dark. This one was perfect, obviously, because it was Champagne Pop. That was after the original Champagne Pop came out. They came out with this about 4 months later. I did pick that up. I don't like the packaging as much as the second, which I will go over. I mean, I still have it in my collection as a collectible, but I never reach for it just because I do have other things that I reach for, obviously, that I like a little bit more, and they are so glittery. They are just crazy glittery, so I'm not a huge glitter fan, but it is what it is. Next Becca product that I do have here is the Becca and Jaclyn Hill collaboration. This was the one that I fell in love with. I love Champagne Pop, Prosecco Pop. This is my new favorite. Champagne Pop is really good. It's very pinky, but I love the gold tones in this one. I did end up buying a split pan of this in Amaretto, which is this color here. They're beautiful together, and these are my two favorite in this particular palette. This came out last year, Christmas time, I believe, and this was a limited edition. Again, I would never give this up, but I reach for this a lot when I'm not filming because, again, you can't get it anymore, so I don't use it on my channel as much. But these colors I don't really use as much as I use these two right here. But of course, Champagne Pop is a staple in any makeup collection. I love this guy, but I reach for him more off camera. Since we're talking about kind of higher end, this one is more new to my collection. This one actually I got just recently. This one is the highlighting palette Blanc de Sable. I hope I'm saying that right. And this is from NARS. It looks like this. It comes in that gorgeous packaging as NARS always has, and the inside looks like this. This color is so pretty. I did not think I was gonna like this color as much as I do. This one is a light champagne color, and that medium pinky champagne goldy color, it's just so gorgeous. This one I definitely highly recommend if you are looking for a higher end highlight palette and you don't know what you want to buy. Definitely recommend. They're not going to be gleaming to the gods. They are buildable, but they are more kind of everyday wear, which I kind of appreciate, and there's not a lot of hiccups, so you won't have to worry about all of the extra stuff getting everywhere. They're not overly glittery either. They look like it in the pan, but when they go on, they're just this gorgeous natural glow. I absolutely love them. The other NARS product that I have here is the Narcissist Dual Intensity Cheek Palette 1, 2, 3, and 4. And this one looks like this. I love this shade right here. They are very different from other blush palettes that I do have. Most of my blush palettes are more on the matte side. These ones are more shimmery for sure, but the actual intensity and formula is very similar to all the other NARS products. They're so gorgeous. This one I go in with a light hand, or I'll mix these two together. Again, it's really, really pretty. I don't even know if this is available anymore. It's probably limited edition, but I did pick this guy up. It is super sturdy, which I appreciate. And this is the last NARS little palette thing I have, I believe. And this one is a Virtual Domination cheek palette, and it has Miss Liberty, Deep Throat, Laguna, Sex Fantasy, and Final Cut, of course, with the names. They're ridiculous. And this is a all matte palette except for right here, it's Deep Throat, but all the rest are mattes. I love Laguna, of course, so I always reach for that. This again is not available, but they have other palettes that kind of range with different colors, and they have different variations that are still available online, but this one is not. I love this one. The packaging is absolutely gorgeous. I love how sturdy this is, especially with the mirror. The mirror is gigantic, so I take this one for travel as well. Even though it is more expensive, I do take this one if I'm looking for something that's going to be all-encompassing. It has that highlight shade, which is kind of like a blush topper, but I use it as a highlight shade, then the blushes and the contour. Everything you need in one palette. Okie doke, what is next? Oh geez. Okay, why don't we talk about Hourglass, since I have it right here. I do have two Hourglass palettes. This one is the Ambient Lighting highlighting palette, and this is Dim Light, Incandescent Light, and Radiant Light. This one was one of my very first high-end purchases when it came to Hourglass. I did not want to buy them individually because I did not know if I was going to like them or not, but this was I think it's still available actually. Yeah, I think it's still available. And this one is so pretty. You can actually make these and pick the colors you want, and they will put them in the palette for you. This one it came like this, so I just purchased it as is. These are all beautiful. I mix them all together, use them separately. I like that they look more like a lit from within look. They're not so glittery or so beaming off your skin. They just look like a really beautiful highlight. Or I'll put my brush in there, and if I'm knocking away bake, I'll put this on the brush first and knock that away, and it just gives me a really nice gorgeous glow. So this is beautiful, love it. And then the other one that I said I was never going to buy, but I got this as a gift. This one was in an anti-haul during holiday season last year, 2016-ish, I believe. I anti-hauled this stating that I was not going to buy it, but I did receive it as a gift, which was extremely generous. And this one actually is called the Ambient Lighting Surreal Light Palette. And this one has a finishing powder, a bronzer, and 2 blushes and a strobe powder. And I mean, for the most part, it is really gorgeous. It is extremely small pans. These 4 are very small. This is supposed to be a bronzer. I don't use it as that, I use it as a blush. This color here I'll use underneath my eyes. This is more of a purpley blush, obviously more of a pink blush. These guys are really gorgeous. I kind of mix them together or use them separately. And it does come with a huge mirror. I'm happy to have it in my collection, but I never hardly reach for it. And honestly, for the money, I wish it was just a touch bigger, because those pans are like the size of quarters or $50. They're about that size. They're not very big. This is the biggest part of it. I would have liked to have 3, like this, and then maybe a blush and a bronzer. That would be perfect instead of having all of this extra stuff. Just saying. This one is the Too Faced Contour, the Cocoa Contour Palette, the Face and Contouring Highlighting Kit. Looks like this. This was actually gratis that I got from work, and it is really beautiful. I don't think it's available anymore. I think it's been discontinued, so I never show it on my channel. I don't love this. This is not my favorite palette of all time. This is way glittery. It just, I don't know. I never go for that highlight. These 2 are really pretty together. That's how I use this usually, is that this will be my 2 crease colors, and then I'll go in with this as my lid shade, kind of the inner corner shade, and then maybe put this on top just for some glitter or underneath the brow bone. I rarely use this on my face, but I do like it for my eyes. So that's really weird, I know, and a lot of people are like, why the heck would you use those contour kits and things like that in your eyes? But makeup rules are meant to be broken, and that's how I use it. People think I'm crazy. That's okay. That's all right. We do what we want around here. So let's go ahead and go over the Anastasia Beverly Hills collection that I have. I have got Gleam in the glow kits. I have that glow kit. I've got Sweet glow kit. And of course, all bearing, all knowing, all having Nicole Guerrero glow kit. I got these glow kits after the hype was over, because I guess I thought I needed them. I barely reach for them. If I do, I really love this shade. This is one of my favorite shades in this particular kit. And this one is Gleam, which I think is discontinued. They just don't make them anymore. That glow I think is still available, and I use these 2 a lot. The yellow one I'll use sometimes if I'm feeling a little bit dull and I want some brightness. The Sweets glow kit here, I use this shade a lot. I kind of mix it with this guy here because it is more of that pinky color, or I'll use this. I rarely use this guy. If I do, it's usually on my eyes if I'm doing like a purpley look. And then of course the Nicole Guerrero kit looks stunning. I use this all the time. I love all of these shades. I really like this one on my eyes, and it's so funny because this color is like kind of that weird peachy tone that darker skin tones would look really nice on, but it looks really funky on somebody with my skin tone. So I use it on my eyes a lot and I love it. This is a really, really good kit and I think it's coming back in stock here soon. We have some dupes for those as well. If you are looking for a dupe of the Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kits for a fraction of the price, I will go ahead and go over these. The first one is, okay, the first one here is a Carity Highlighting Collection. This is the first one. It looks like this. It is very similar to the Anastasia ones, and these guys are all on the pinker side. And then the second edition looks exactly the same, but it says second edition right here. And this one is more of the flesh tone yellow cream colors. These are more sandy and they're absolutely gorgeous. Again, they've got the same formulation. They are very, very similar to the glow kits. They are not as chunky, I feel like. I feel like these have a little bit more of a cream base. And these ones you can get online at carity.com. Again, I will link everything down below if I can find them. They are very popular and they do go on sale. So I would highly recommend these, and they're like 25 bucks. The next ones that are going to be dupes for the Anastasia glow kits are the Spotlight Highlight and the Blacklight Highlight kits from BH Cosmetics. This one is the one I gravitate towards most because of the coloring. They are very neutral, very pink, very yellow, very sandy. So I would highly recommend this guy for $17. You can't beat it. And then the Blacklight one is a little bit more out of my comfort zone. This one has a blue, kind of like the Nicole Guerrero one. It's got more of that pinky, purpley undertone, some yellows, kind of a green undertone, and a white. This one has a little bit more diversity to it, I guess is the right word. I don't really reach for this that often, but when I do, I get a ton of compliments and everything else, and this one is $17 as well. They're starting to put out much better products, much better packaging, and the formula is super creamy, so good stuff. So the next palettes that I have that I think you guys have all seen me talk about in one time or another if you have been here for a while. If not, if you're new, then yay for you to start this, you know, whole journey of all my videos with this one, because this is crazy. Anyways, this one is the Makeup Revolution highlighting palette, and this is called Highlighter Lights. I love these pinky colors. This is a gorgeous, very bright highlight. They do have a little bit more of a shift to them. They are not as glowy as you would think in the pan. They come off really, really beautiful, and they've got a really smooth texture. And this one is the Radiance Light highlighter palette from Makeup Revolution, and this one is the dupe for Hourglass lighting palette. So this is a dupe for this guy. This one is absolutely stunning. Again, they've got the gorgeous colors here, and this is a very nice kind of knockoff, I guess is the right word, or a dupe for the other one. So if you don't want to spend the money on that guy, you can definitely get the same look and the same consistency with this. They did put out 2 new ones that I want to pick up as well. Eventually that will be probably another like haul video or something like that, because Makeup Revolution has so much new stuff that they're duping all over the place, and I want to go ahead and pick those up just so that I can compare and contrast. Next, we have the new Smashbox Spotlight Pearl palette, and this one is really nice. It's kind of smaller than I thought it was going to be, and this one's pearl. There is a gold one as well that I'd like to pick up, and I've played with. This one has the same kind of formula as the Hourglass. They're not beaming, they're not going to give you crazy highlight, but they are buildable and they are very nice. This is more of a natural palette. I do like this one quite a bit, and I do gravitate towards it, but the only weird thing is that this top, like, I don't know what it is about this packaging, but it sticks. So whenever I pick this up, it always is stuck to something else. It's really strange, but I do like the kind of concept of it. I mean, I like it for what it is, and it's not crazy expensive. I don't know. The packaging just drives me nuts because it sticks to everything. The next little kit that I have, this is the Ofra Pro little whatever it's called, like the Z palette or whatever, because I don't support that company anymore. I decided to buy myself some new ones, and this is all of my Makeup Geek shadows. I do actually have a few more in another palette, but these are my favorite Makeup Geek shadows that I use, or blushes that I use. And this is a Chocolate Soleil bronzer in Deep. It was a tester that I popped out and put in here because actually fit really nicely, and I use this all the time. I keep it in my everyday makeup drawer. I love this guy because I can just pop in to any of the shades, and it makes it really nice because I don't have to worry about having individual compacts. So these blushes are fantastic. Makeup Geek, awesome stuff. The rest of my Makeup Geek blushes and stuff are in here. They're these bottom ones. This one is from Makeup Revolution. It was like a tester that was sent to me. I'm not quite 100% sure. I think it's a part of a contour kit, and it's more of a orangey base, so I just put it in there. This is my Hoola bronzer that my box fell apart, so I popped that out and put it in here, and everything is just not sticking right now because this is an old MAC palette. This is another Chocolate Soleil tester that I received and popped in here. So I keep these guys in my everyday makeup kit or my everyday makeup drawer because I do use those on the regular, and because I don't really have a home, I just keep them in there so that I can make sure that I use them. And then I also have the contour kit from Anastasia or however you want to say her name. This is the original one. This is in light. I rarely use this. I love this middle color and the banana shade. I use it all the time when it first came out, but I really don't use it much anymore. They are really dry and very chalky, so I don't find myself reaching for it as often as I would with some other palettes. What I'm talking about comparing it to is the Kat Von D Shade and Light original palette. This is the original. This is throwback, okay? This came out a long time ago, and I picked this guy up and loved it to death. As you can see, pan, these guys are dense and everything else. And then she made them so that they pop out and you can buy them individually. I was like, you've got to be kidding. I bought this and I have a backup of this guy, but I love it so much. It works so well. It's so pretty, and I just love the packaging. It's dense. It's really well made, and I love the original packaging. The new packaging is really pretty too because it's like holographic and 3D and all that stuff. Anyways, I really love this. Limerick and Shadow Play are my ride or dies. I love them. This is coming to the very end, you guys. This is the NYX Highlight and Contour palette, and it looks like this. You can make your own, but this is the original one that they came out with. I love this palette. This is great for drugstore. I love the silkiness of the powders. They will work really, really well. I love these two shades right here, the banana shade and the flesh tone shade, and then these guys in the middle for my contour. They're beautiful. They work really, really well. And for like 25 bucks, why not have it in your collection? And the fact that, you know, if you're new to contour and highlighting and you want an all-encompassing palette, not wanting to spend the 50 or whatever dollars it is for this or the Anastasia one, this one is highly recommended. And the last one I have here, which I never use, I even forgot I had it in my collection, to be brutally honest with you. This is the Too Faced No Filter Selfie Powders, and it looks like this inside. These are very gimmicky. They essentially tell you that they will give you a no filter on your face if you use these and then take a picture. I think it's all gimmicky, and yeah. I mean, you can use them for highlighter shades, but they're really nice and kind of soft, and I use the yellow one for underneath my eyes and kind of my contour. Not today, but just in general. I mean, they're really nice and light and they're buildable, but you know, the formula is good, but they're very gimmicky. So I never reach for it. I used to, as you can see, because they're like beat up, but I probably should like give that to somebody, but thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will be coming out with a whole slew of other ones, so if you want to stay tuned, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below. Hit the bell for notifications of upcoming videos because we've got a lot coming, obviously, because we're just hitting the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the makeup collection. If you'd like to follow me on social media, I am on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, and Facebook. All the handles are down below for you. If you guys have tried any of these powders, contour kits, face palettes, any of that, please go ahead and put your comments down below about how you like them, if they work for you. I love to start conversations in the comments below. Alrighty guys, I love you and I will see you very soon. Have a wonderful afternoon and we'll see you in the next one. Bye guys. Oh God, there's so many. You don't realize how many there are till you take them all out. It's crazy.